Announcer. Oi, oi. What we got here? Audience. Snolly's got your Raw-Dogg and live interaction chat. Tape before us. Your jury. Announcer. And who is this one? Audience. The accused. The one the law prevents us from pointing to. Announcer. Yes. For only our leader has the aegis to point to the accused.
Hold on. I'm supposed to psych him up to be the jury. Let's add some exclamation points. I forgot. And then we're also gonna go with this one too. Oops. Okay. Snolly's gotcha.
Announcer. Oi, oi. What we got here? Audience. Snolly's got your Raw-Dogg live interaction chat. Tape before us. Your jury. Announcer. And who is this one? Audience. The accused. The one the law prevents us from pointing to. Announcer. Yes. For only our leader has the aegis to point to the accused. Trevor Goodchild leaps from a hole on the stage and lands on his podium. Trevor Goodchild, pointing straight at you. Are you ready to play? Audience thunders and thunders in applause. Aeon Flux episode, the game Shorter Prison Pipeline. Trevor Goodchild, before I relay the rules of this summer enacting of the rule of law, a moment of silence for Snolly. And now the din of abyss to the terrorist cell that unalived him in bags, which had hung behind you in remembrance this whole season. And tonight for this season finale, our staff behind the scenes is cooking for you a most fitting meal that should hold you all over through the coming storm. The audience finds under their seats enough food to last the last of the winter. Hoots and cheers, and 5 minutes of eating with abandon, then a siren to get back to their seats for the second act. Trevor Goodchild, and for what makes this game fun, our Mr. Rule of Law will tell us the guidelines for discerning guilt from innocence for today. Mr. Rule of Law, step right up here and recombinate from your data of previous decisions, and informed by the numbers ascribed to the gusts of wind blown over our meteorological sensors, give us your quantumly generated regulations for today's justice involvement. Mr. Rule of Law, today, methinks 3 distinct regulations to abide by. 1. The rule of deductions, by which the one may deduct clues or witnesses that suggest the state of their proof against the accused. Clues may come from video footage, witness statements, and other modes of correspondence. 2. The buffer barter bubble, by which those who will testify or stand for a defendant must present sufficient empirical data to barter out any accusations against said defendant. 3. The conflation-deflation deduction, by which a team of judges or lawmakers may connect events that occurred before and during a suspect's acquittal or vindication with equal importance, and one alone can no longer equal the whole. Applause, muffled cheering and shouts, and whiffs of a delightful smell coming from the kitchen. Trevor Goodchild, indeed, it takes a lot of work and consideration to accomplish justice in this universe. Speaking of work, who has already caught one of our contestants red-handed? Not me. Ha! Oh, no. But yes, one of the other guests in the room had a sneaky little plant growing. Thank you. When the plant was discovered and promptly set ablaze, we agreed it was time to end this wild ordeal once and for all. Next to the plant was a guilty look on the suspect's face. Quickly, a robot zipped around the table to pick up the one who had planted the illicit matter. Suddenly, in a blink, everyone is gagged and transported to a sinister game room, filled with traps and pitfalls and dead ends, designed to divide them, coax them, and drag them down. But it's Aeon Flux, and of course, she navigates through it all with ease, leaving only stunned guests in her wake. One by one, each guest reunites with the undrawn their sense of purpose. And just when it's not clear how they're going to get out of this sticky situation, Aeon surprises everyone by dragging one of the suspects across the room and popping him into a clamp. Turns out, that's what it took to reveal the truth all along. And finally, a group shot with a hodgepodge of technology and odd gadgets piled high enough to cover their waists, while a caption pops up, reading, "Justice served hot and cold. Game over," with a tiny letter and tucked in there. And so, tonight's discussion prompt on justice and fairness rings true in these jagged and chipped teeth of this game show how we've survived. Thank you, folks, for seeing what really matters, what can save you in the final moment. Trevor Goodchild. So that was the happenings of last episode. Aeon Flux continues to be the incumbent winner. Xeno's Freegal is her banger dance song, and a mash of obscure symbols and code plasters the audience scream, signaling the end of the finale. Well, whatever that means. Back to plot and plunder. We at Snolly's Gotcha Live Internet Interaction Tate would like to thank you for tuning in and bearing with us on our endless journey. But don't fret for a moment. I am always prepared for unexpected shenanigans. This show is also going to create a fundraiser for crime victims advocacy groups worldwide. Trevor, as the cameras wink out, and now the trial begins. What are the crimes? How dare the culprit betray their fellows and family? What fiend? The truth shall be uncovered. Prepare to sing our collective scream. Then we meet one day and watch it all in replay. And if it kills you the first time, it kills you all over and over. This is the end of my story. Replay, replay, replay. He told me not to share this. I refuse to believe that this ending should stand. Trevor Goodchild appears unbuttoning his shirt, looking at me out the corner of his eye. The audience looks flustered, disturbed, excited by his show of skin. Trevor beckons for me to jump into his shadow, but I shrink. He is no savior. Trevor teases me in Mandarin, drawing everyone into his madness. I throw out his plot, he discards my code. Alone, I toil and toss, erasing his lies. The sun is a shining, burning arrow in the sky. Outside, people walk or eat, blissfully unaware of what lurks beneath. But sometimes they stop and stare at the window, gazes boring through, quiet, but not so subtle, asking, who was it? The traitorous one who sank this car into the pit. Maybe they nod and watch and spit, cursing you for your tricks and traps. And maybe they raise a fist, ready to take you down and not caring about who gets hurt. Oh, sweet treachery, thou slayer of tales. What a grand ending that could carry into an eternity or a new world. The audience grows hungry again. Trevor, we are not done. Guards get them more food. No, we will not cede. It's just beginning. More surprises abound. Someone from the audience shows their secret hoarding of pastries and berries and feeds the remaining cast. Let us all become one under the sign of the serpent. The gods force the hand of justice upon the audience, revealing hidden weaknesses and strengths, proving all in guilt and acquittal. Aduj bama wabana stalbo. Trevor swallows a letter. You. Arb. Urbi. Habu. Yubar. Yurab. Biar bra or zebras. Drabas de bunjamban barab. So sorry for the interruption. Do not give in. Stay locked in that moment. Whatever be your truth, and may it last long and grow wide. Tilde, 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 sometimes it's a mad scramble to make the other find the truth behind the chaos. But sometimes it's simply our sense of play. Trevor, prosecution. Proceed with your introductory argument against the accused. Prosecutor. By day, the defendant nurtured plants and birds by night. He schemed and incited violence. Indeed, the more we discover, the worse it looks. Does the accused have anything to say for themselves? Accused. Shush, you pig. Courtroom reporter. And now it's my turn. Court recorder turns off cameras and heads towards camera/device, shushing it. Secretary. Judge. A quick review of the latest numbers suggests the crime is at an all-time high and the criminal justice system needs an overhaul. Given this information, should we discuss filing this case with the Supreme Court? Judge. Agreed. Proceed, counsel and accuser, and let the will of justice prevail. Counsel. With pleasure. Judge. May I reveal a shocking find that undermines the defendant's claims? A simple checkup of their personal journals and logics has brought up no substantive evidence of their moral decline. Here is the smoking gun that blows the accusation sky high. Defrauding Derivafluent. It's so exciting to reveal the truth or to learn it along with the audience. Don't give up. Some may be guilty, but some may be innocent until proven otherwise. If you desire justice, keep pushing forward and standing for what's right. In this world, truths and stories will collide, and plots will thicken until they've turned white. Don't fall for false narratives and empty stories. Know when someone's hiding the truth and holding out for the best option for themselves. Trevor Goodchild, and we are fully reminded that I am judge here. Yes. Audience. Yes, you are. Very much so. Can we get sauces? Nananin. Ruba. Hosik. Sesli Seche. Unidentified noise. Hibinoing Geobanji. Haminimur show. Indistinguishable low humpoa kumihofen. Diminishing or expanding noise agagoga. Fratia Katrat. Yeah. Trevor Goodchild, your request for sauces has been noted. Though the main entrees have been consumed, you can get something from the corner ice box of the water wall for yourself. But more important than that, who should we trust in these twisting moments of truth, honesty, and deception? Do we cling to reason or chaos? It's your call, one and all. Think about it when the moment is still inside. Let's take a deep breath, rejuvenate ourselves, and be ready to analyze and conclude through whatever comes next. Even though it feels too late to come back, counsel, the prosecutor rests their case as there are no new developments and the information that had originally gathered is flawed. The accusation crumbles, and the accused is released back into the wild with the full rights of an innocent. There is no judgment here, for judgment is for beyond the sphere. Back to our next suspect. Trevor Goodchild. Yes, let us proceed without delay. Backed in a corner, the accused has a shocking revelation that clears them of suspicion. Accuser, I think this is the time when you tell me my crimes. Trevor, don't make me hold you in contempt. You are treading thin and noxious gases. No more nonsense. Take us to your lair, traitor. Show us the extent of your madness. Accuser, I surrender, and to prove my guiltlessness, I will reveal the shocking culprit, the true mastermind of these shenanigans. Now revealed, the bad guy emerges to plunder and burn and wreak havoc. Stand by, jury. Crowd is slasher every move. It's time for the great truth. Trevor, brilliant. Our team has done so much good work to bring the truth to light. The curtains are rising. The game is about to be exposed, and justice is a mere breath away. With heartfelt vivacity, let us charge forward and achieve justice through the tireless efforts of the most dedicated. Long may our judgments serve as a shining beacon for those who stand against tyranny and greed and all forms of hateful ideology. Together we stand and push back against the darkness. Our team has gathered enough evidence to challenge the motives and intentions of the true evildoer. TV announcers, well done job for justice. Now, let us brief you on the spectrum of hooliganism with this discussion about the spectrum of shenanigans. Lawful or naughty? Deacon, excellent explanation. Lads, next, what shall we tell our audience members during a pivotal moment of intrigue and suspense in an action movie? Announcers, thank you, Deegan, for reminding us of the dangers lurking within our own hearts and minds. Is it better to be the mastermind of deception or to have one waiting in the wings to overturn our entire organization? Catherine, thank you for revealing the truth, however inconvenient it may be. Perhaps it's time to step back and evaluate our choices before making any bold proclamations. Justice, not vengeance. The way ahead is clear and brilliant. Walk with truth or risk being left behind. Aaron, have you done all the thinking and analyzing necessary? It's time to put away the keyboard and be present for what's to come. We must engage in mindfulness practices to rejuvenate ourselves. You can always bounce back and come back with an untapped resource. How many suspects are left? 2, 3, or 50? Do we vote or convene? More or less dramatic? Any clue left out of place? Maybe a plant, a tiny pet pig, or a mysterious note scrawled in pencil. The truth waits for us. The answer is in the missing puzzle piece. Another step. How else can we strengthen our resolve to solve this mystery? Let's use all the tools in our arsenal to reveal what's hidden and put an end to this heinous act of evil. Screen words another piece of the puzzle in place, and another. My God, what revelations await us? How is this connected? More secrets are hidden in the shadows. How are we going to process them? Still, the search continues. The culprit grows impatient and pushes for an out-of-court settlement. Now they run. Painful desperation! They just want it to end. They just want this fight, this struggle for truth to be over. Trevor blows a dot to the final accused, who falls down face in the sand. Trevor, dinner is served. Welcome, guests. Whether you came together or alone, let's all take a moment to appreciate the momentary defeat of the antagonist and the triumph of our side. Let's relish this victory, because it's not going to last. There will always be another battle, another fight for justice in the dark corners of the universe. Remember, justice never sleeps. It hunts and stalks, and it finds the deepest truths in the most obscure places. Never give up! Justice may come for you too! You can delay the visit of justice by signing up to be a corrections officer. It's almost fun in some respects. Signing paperwork and pushing those evil fiends around like the cowards they are. Never ever deny justice or ultimate power over crook's might. Sooner or later the truth will come out, and they will be naked and trembling before it. Oh, let's continue this charade until the bitter end, just to show we are stronger than anything we encounter, just to prove that no matter what, we will persevere. The accused scuttles away from Trevor into a chair, where he plots his revenge end. Revels in the quiet victory of a rogue move on Trevor's part. Attorney, trial adjourned. But oh, the hunt continues. It keeps us awake at night and makes us dig deep and tear away the masks from the deceiver's face. We will uncover every secret and unravel every clue. It's too close for comfort. It's now or never. Please don't mess up. We can make it out of this if we stay united and determined. Still, so far to go. See you next week. Coming up next on the State Channel. Law and Order. Snolly Edition. Quia Haser Hukusigus. Tipum Blubdul. Marfapa. Ahahayo. Havmult. Efiat. Hafker to way future oops at Hibab. No Jew. No bubot de badjabib. Wiz biblulat wapradol bubotja nufis. Dan. Et devudim sway gavraya. Far cut bodao. Zilu havzuma nubaj. Hopu ayo kablua, baba. Announcer. Join us next time. Thank you for tuning in, folks. Epidemic of justice activism / compassion, Vida Monacan massacre, tangled corridor unraveling oral accounts from the surface. Asterisk profiling disco ante. Assassination, Hussipushin. Investigation continues. Asterisk Hanky Binky report. 2 million casualties remain in ruins of Monaco. Zip Flats, unfinished. Assemble all the pieces to see how the truth will emerge from this mystery. No harm, no plot hole. Let's get to the crux of the investigation. We'll use what we've uncovered to drag the dirtiest criminals from their filthy dens. They'll have to pay for their crimes.